Me and Mort, just hanging out. Welcome back to Planescape Torment. Last time, wandered around lost in the catacombs, made a deal with a big psychic rat. It wasn't big, actually. The psychic rat collective. And then hung out with a bunch of dead people, and mostly was just kind of lost. And eventually I left without making any significant progress down there, so that's cool. I'll have to head back down there at some point, but figured I should do a little bit of poking around up on the surface. Before that, I sort of realized that I haven't actually taken any time to like stop and kind of talk about the game, you know? I've been playing it for a while now. And I've been very focused on actually playing it and reading all the text and stuff. So let's talk about it just a little bit. And maybe it's first impressions, you know? Well, there's the obvious. I don't think there's too much to talk about on the combat side. We haven't really seen much of the actual complexity of it yet. And there's all the text, which I just briefly mentioned. And it's all been pretty interesting so far, and I've been enjoying reading it. Lots of detail, lots of character. It's been very engaging on that front, so like thumbs up. I don't know exactly where we're going in terms of like the broader picture, but the theming's been very metaphysical, and a lot of that ties into the setting as well, right? I think that's kind of the strongest impression that I've been getting, though, is Sigil, or like the environmental design. Sigil broadly. Its sort of metaphysicality is obviously interwoven into many elements of the narrative and the world. But even just the way everything looks, it's very drab, but still vibrant in a way. Just weird. You really never have any clue as to what kind of scene you're going to walk upon next. It's an interesting place to explore. And like some of these like sort of panoramas are like really, really cool. Yeah, I haven't been remarking on it as they've come up, but like, you know, like actually like looking at them is like, wow, you know? Okay, that's probably enough worrying about that. Let's, we're back in the hive. It's time to just run around and talk to everyone, because apparently that's the video game. See if we can find anyone interesting to talk to. Okay, well, some kind of building here. Small dwelling. Huh. Interesting. Alright. What's going on with this guy? You see the tall figure of a creature standing before you. The lower portion of its body resembles that of a goat. However, just above its powerful forelegs, its shape takes on a more human appearance, with a man's torso, arms, and head, all of which are covered in polished armor. The creature's eyes are closed and it appears to be sleeping. Oh, well, I mean, if he's sleeping, I probably shouldn't bother him, really. I mean, that would just be rude. What about this guy? You see an aging man in soiled and tattered clothes frantically pacing in the corner. His shock of filthy white hair sticks out in every direction, and his face, encrusted with dirt and streaks of dried blood, is covered with gray stubble. Every few seconds, he stops pacing and flails about suddenly, muttering and cursing as if assaulted by some unseen foe. He does not seem to notice your approach. I'm not really sure we want to... No, whatever. Hello. At the sound of your voice, the old loon whirls about to face you, his wide, staring eyes bulging in their sockets. He regards you for a brief moment, then returns to his raving. No, no, no! It's not you, but soon, yes, soon. Who are you talking to? The old man seems oblivious to your presence. You'll come, yes, you'll come, and old Nestor'll be waiting. Waiting? Who are you waiting for? Waiting, yes. He suddenly plops down on the floor as if overcome by exhaustion. Long have I waited. Waiting. He takes a deep breath and springs back to his feet. Wait forever if I have to, do you hear me? Are you alright? No! Nestor's face turned beet red, and his whole body shakes in protest. My fork! Can't leave without my fork! Fork, fork, fork. Your fork. Fork, fork, fork! Can't go home without my fork! Nestor's frenzy reaches a violent crescendo. He begins hopping up and down maniacally, then suddenly stops, lowers his head, and runs headlong into a large wooden cupboard that stands against the back wall of the flophouse. The force of the impact knocks the old man flat on his back. After a few seconds, he stands back up, a dazed expression on his face. Gone. Stolen. Can't go back without my fork. Stolen, you say? Who took your fork? Nestor stares at you for a long moment, then begins rummaging through the pockets of his filthy tunic. After a few seconds, he produces what appears to be a dismembered ear. Judging by the stench and color of the ear, you'd wager the old loon had been toting it around in his pocket for some time. You have my fork, don't you? Don't you? He holds the ear close, as if speaking to it. Bring back my fork! Maybe I can help you? Waiting. He shakes the ear violently as he shouts into it. Until you bring it back, then I can go home. It kind of sounds like this fork might actually be a key for a door somewhere around here. I mean, it'd obviously be much easier to just dismiss this guy's ravings as, you know, pure madness and leave it at that. In fact, it'd probably be smarter, but... Right, I'll try to find your fork then. Or well... I don't know what exactly I just signed up for, but oh, there was a guy there that I didn't see. Damn it. Arlo. Hello. You see a short, balding man in what serves as the foyer to this ramshackle flophouse. His bushy brows are furrowed in concentration as he picks at what appear to be scabs on his large, bulbous nose. Hello. The man doesn't bother to look up. Instead, he continues to stare cross-eyed down at his nose. Yeah, what'd you want? I had some questions. Well, ain't that nice? He flashes you a sarcastic yellow-toothed smile. And I'm sure you'll find your answers someday, but I've got me a business to run, so if you don't want a bed, then I suggest you pike off. Okay, then. I'm gone. Good. Glad I caught that. This area seems kind of small, actually, doesn't it? I've already been up there. Who's this, Mar? Your first impression of Mar is that he needs a long bath, preferably away from any creature that has any sense of smell. You can almost see the stench waft from his body in sinister yellow tendrils. He's got the stink lines in real life, man. Holy shit. He motions towards you frantically in an effort to get you to come over and talk to him. Okay. Approach this person and hear what he has to say. A look of excitement crosses his face as you approach. Thank you for stopping. My name's Mar and I have a favor to ask of you. I'm listening. It's a matter of life and death. I must be delivering this here box or it'd be me head for sure. Tis my bad luck that I twisted my leg something fierce. So you help me out by delivering this here box for me? I'll deliver the box for you. Mars slowly takes out a small box from within the recesses of his ragged clothing. For the briefest of moments, you see a look of regret cross his face, then it is gone. As he looks at you and hands you the box, a slight shimmer surrounds the box as both you and Mar touch it. A sigh of relief is heard as Mar releases the box into your care. Did I just get fucking cursed? What now? This needn't be delivered to Quatra. He can usually be found somewhere down the southeastern section of the hive. Oh, unless you try to say I didn't warn you, whatever happens, don't open the box. Don't leave the hive with the box. Now, be off with you. I'll be back when I deliver the box. Farewell. Don't leave the hive. Huh. Southeast. Okay.
My journal.
And then he runs the fuck off. I feel like I might have just fucked myself. I'm gonna make a save, and then I'm gonna open this box, and you can't stop me. This appears to be a small wooden box. Intricate designs etched in gold adorn the box. At one time, this box would have been worthy enough to be displayed at any aristocrat's estate. However, years of neglect have taken their toll, and it appears to be falling apart. If not for the large ruby mounted to the front of the box, it would be worthless. Feelings of dread seem to emanate from the box. Alright, let's just crack this sucker open. Oh god. Fiend from Mordor's box. Okay. Well, that was a bad idea. What if we just run away? See ya. Somebody else can deal with this shit. I wonder, is he still gonna be there if I go back? Oh yeah. How tough is this guy anyway? I bet he kicks the shit out of you. I mean, it doesn't look that bad. Ow. Ow. Okay, you know what? Forget it. What if, instead of doing what I just did, I don't open the box? I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna not open it. Is everyone cool with that? Well, I don't care. That's what we're going with. Yeah, this is like a really small area. All right, I'm just moving on. Okay, more hive down here. Let's see. Hive merchant. The older merchant has a worldly look to him. His deep voice is gentle but confident. Ah, hello there. You ready to sample some of the most delectable treats from across the plains, my good man? What do you mean? Or what do you have? All manner of delicacies to delight your palate, my good man. Arborean fire seeds, gaba, root, Elysian pears, crimson lotus petals, Bitopian shepherd's bread, shift spice from the chaos of limbo, and sea plums are what I have at the moment. Merely 5 coppers for a taste of anything you'd like. Ask about something's taste. What do the pears taste like? You can only suggest you try it, my good man, and see for yourself. Purchase something. Oh, I could just... okay. I'll buy a pear. Whatever, I don't know. He proffers you the largest, juiciest looking pear you've ever laid eyes on. These are my favorites, the old merchant chuckles. So sweet, reminds me of my youth. Okay. There is nothing supernatural about this pear's flavor, but it may well be the best you've ever had. Okay, great. Thanks, I guess. Oh god, there's a lot of stuff going on. Oh, yeah, there's like a little marketplace over here. This window, if that's what it is, seems to be made from a blue stone that shifts and bends as you look at it. It glows softly in the dim light of the city. I don't know. Let's go look in here, I guess. Whatever. Oh, it's just someone's house again. Hello. You see a plump woman going about her chores. She doesn't notice you entering the room. She's just tagged as Hive Dweller. I really doubt she's going to have anything for me. I'm just gonna move on. If they have a generic name, well, I mean, I guess these merchants are a little different, but for the most part, I don't think I'm gonna bother talking to the, like, generic name NPCs. Doesn't seem very fruitful. You see a spindly-looking merchant with a brush of gray and red stubble across his chin. He wears several layers of brightly colored robes, so much so that he looks like a flag with arms and legs. He is shaking slightly as you watch. Wonder how you're supposed to pronounce that. Giscor? Giscor? I don't know. Greetings. I guess I have to decide. I'll just go with this. Giscor. He bows and spreads his trembling hands. As he does, you notice his hands and forearms are a twisted mass of black scar tissue, as if they were once badly burned. I feel like it's pretty rude to ask people about their, like, physical maladies like this, but, you know, we lost our memory, so we have an excuse, right? I might as well ask. How did you hurt your hands? The skull doesn't seem to have heard you. He answers only with his spiel, delivered in the same flat monotone. Your skull buy cloth, sell cloth, wash cloth, mend cloth, and... He gestures at his layers of clothing with his shaking hands. Wear cloth. Okay, you know what? Forget it. Can I see what you have? Okay. Well... yeah. Fair enough then, I guess. Not exactly. He's in the rag trade, I guess. I guess I can ask him about it again. I asked, how did you hurt your hands? Giscorl's monotone breaks. Giscorl buy cloth, sell cloth, wash cloth, mend cloth, and... He gestures at himself again, but his hands are shaking so badly that he cannot even finish. Okay, sorry to disturb you. This attractive young woman is smiling and beckoning to all passers-by as she calls out the virtues of her goods. Plates, jugs, cups, tankards, drink from the goblets of the finest lords. Upon seeing you, she waves you over as if you were an acquaintance. I don't really have any use for that. Pretend not to see her waving. Walk away. This seedy-looking fellow is quick to spot you looking at him. Hey, Basher, get over here! Come see what I got for you. He winks and waves you over. I had some questions. The man breaks in even before you can finish your sentence. You won't believe me deals I got for you today. You're a smart basher to come to me, I won't cheat you like these pike and bubbers. He motions to where the other merchants stand. Actually, I had some questions. He nods, but it's clear he's not listening. Yes, sir, this is some damn good stuff I got here. Just look at it all. And can you believe these prices? You'd be practically stealing from me, you would. Listen to me. I have questions. Sure you do, like, how's the officer stunk of balmy deals? Or how's he got such corking spreader goods? Well, don't you worry about it, Basher. All you gotta know is that I got a little of everything. Well, except those lim-lim things, but who the bartor needs one of those? Ha! Hey! what have you got exactly? Just a bunch of random shit. The luck spell? It grants a 2 to 8 point bonus to the target's luck. Whispering Flask. What the hell is this? Usable only by Githzerai. Oh. Okay. Let's do the strength. This container holds a particular powder called Whispering Motes, loose translation of the Gith expression, a form of healing powder commonly used by the Githzerai on the plane of Limbo. When the stopper is pulled and the spice touched on the skin of a wounded person, the spice travels through the injured person's body, generating raw matter to fill up the holes in his physical form, no matter how small or large. In order for the spice to work, the user must concentrate on its healing effects. With the proper discipline, a practiced Githzerai can even heal the greatest of wounds. In addition to its curative properties, it is also the element in several of their rites of passage. It is believed that the spice is also fills in the holes in a person's psyche, removing doubts and giving them focus and purpose. I have to admit to a certain amount of, again, ignorance on like Dungeons and Dragons from this era. Races like the Gith and Tieflings and such were like pretty obscure at this point. I wasn't even sure that they existed back then. Because, I don't know, I feel like a lot of stuff that I'm familiar with from around the time, just, they weren't around. It feels like they became a lot more popular around the time of, like, 3rd edition. Maybe it was, I mean, this game is possibly, potentially responsible for the proliferation of them, like, throughout the D&D media. Interesting. What the hell are these things? Lim? This odd-looking little creature appears both insect and animal in origin. Its legs are oversized, but its arms are small, nearly vestigial, and a brightly speckled half-shell runs down its back. It sports twin pairs of insect-like wings, and has tiny black eyes and a mouth that always appears to be smiling gleefully. I'll just leave it alone. This toothless old crone reeks of fish and brine. Spying your approach, she gives you a wide pink smile. Fish, my child? Fish heads, mayhap? Child? Hardly. Oh, yes, but a child yard of my years. Youngsters. I believe you're mistaken. Take a closer look. She shuffles up to you. The fish stink is nearly overpowering. The old woman squints at your face first, frowning, and then into your eyes. Only then does she recoil in surprise. Oh my, how many years have those eyes seen? I do not know. How many do you think? Don't know, too many, I'd say. But no matter. She leans close to whisper in your ear. Won't do to rattle the passers-by. Let's keep it our little secret. She resumes her normal tone of voice. So, fish, my child? Hee. She pokes you in the belly. No fish for me, but I had some questions. She shakes her little wrinkled head. No answers have I, only fish. Okay. What kind of fish have you got? Why, fish, my silly child. I guess I asked her what she has to offer, and she says fish, yeah. Fish of all sorts, and fish heads for those. Too short a drink for the whole ones. Teeny tiny fish heads. Where do the fish come from? They're brought from all over the plains, my boy. Would you like some? I sell only the heads, should you be short on drink. I have no need for fish, or their heads for that matter. Farewell. This dour-faced old fellow appears to be selling various hand weapons. Ah, come on over then. Come to see my blades, have ya? Yeah, sure. Anything interesting in here? This all looks like shit. Yeah, pretty much. Craddock. Have we heard about a Craddock? Why does it feel kind of familiar? You see a huge man watching the area with a tight-lipped frown and narrowed eyes. He's hunched slightly as if bearing a heavy load on his shoulders. The unpleasant smell of sweat and dirt wafts from his clothes. Greetings. The man glances down at you, and his frown deepens. Aye, what are you sniffing around here for? You Craddock? Mayhap. He studies your face as if trying to recall you. If I am, what'd be to you? Oh, right, yeah, that guy in at the start of the game asked us to find him. I come with a message from Bane the Sender. The message states, the shipment must be incursed by the 3rd day, or there will be a penalty. Why the hells? Can they be such fools that they think we can miracle it there? All right, your message has found its way to the right ears, for all the good it'll do. What's the problem? Look around you. Craddock nods at the laborers in the marketplace, then scowls. These laggards and half-wits can barely keep up with the load as it stands, and now it needs doing in half the time. Do you need any help? I'll tell you what I need. All my men to show up for work. July's gone missing since this morning, and I need him back now. July? Where did he go? The high-bred goat is probably passed out on the street somewhere by the smoldering corpse, when he should be here helping us, worthless sod. I could go find him for you. Oh, you could you? Braddock squints at you. And now why would you do that? Are we attempting to extort money from this man, or... Yeah, we'll just keep it broad, I guess. You need help, don't you? It doesn't sound like you can spare the time to go looking for him, and there's work to be done. Braddock is silent for a moment, then nods. You find July, you tell him to drag his worthless bub-ridden hide here. I'll pay you for your trouble. He frowns. When you've found him. Now get! That is likely by the smoldering corpse. Where is that? South and east of here. Head through the southeast gate, and then head east for about a block. It's got a mess of drunks outside. Can't miss it. July's most like somewhere around there. Okay then. Porphyra. This grim-looking woman spares you only a brief glance before returning to her rant on top of the stage. She has a powerful voice that carries across the marketplace, even cutting through the noise made by the merchants and the surrounding foot traffic. Okay. Factions will be cast out. I foresee the outcome. A great darkness shall fall upon this city. Okay. Whatever. You see a thin, yellow-skinned humanoid covered with a variety of dazzling tattoos. His eyebrows have been accented with black charcoal lines, and his teeth are filed to points. He sees you and waves you over, rattling his dice in his hand. Hi. He displays a feral, shark-toothed grin. His eyes are like shiny black orbs. His voice is low and raspy. Galhar greets you as well. You have come to play a game, yes? Yeah, sure. Galhar reaches into his tunic and pulls out a coin. This coin, your coin. He places it at your feet and pulls out another. This coin, Galhar's. He places it at his own feet, then holds up 2 dice between his thumb and index finger. The dice. We both roll 1, yes? Go on. You will hire both coins. He snatches the coins up from the ground and proffers them to you. Yours. Galhar roll higher? He quickly tucks the copper back into his tunic. Mine. Neither rolls higher? The coin stays for another roll. So, how much coin will lie at your feet? Might as well make it interesting. 25 copper commons. You both roll the dice until you roll higher. You pick up the coins and put them away. Galhar nods, frowning. It is enough for now, but perhaps we shall play again later, you and I. Cool. Nice. I did it. I won the gamble. Laborers. You see a lean, tired-looking man. His clothes reek of dirt and sweat, and he looks out of breath. He ignores you as you approach. He looks like one of the common laborers in the marketplace. Okay, there's not really anything to get there. And this container is locked. Well, we're out in the middle of the public. So who's to say whose crate this is? I could just open it. Who's gonna care? Right? I'm sure it's fine.
Unlocked.
Oh, well, there wasn't anything of particular value in there anyway, so it's fine. Who's this guy? This man is looking at you with a strange, bug-eyed stare. His eyes are huge, so huge they look ready to pop out of his sockets and roll across the cobblestones. He nods eagerly as you approach, bobbing his head like a bird, and as you near him, you suddenly notice the smell of urine and feces surrounding him. Oh, pleasant. Oh, his name's Reekwind. Well, greetings. The man sniffles, wiping his nose on his sleeve, then opens his mouth to reveal blackened, rotted gums. Stories for coin, sirrah? His breath reeks. It smells like this man has been keeping rotten meat stored inside his mouth. Stories for coin? Who are you? The man snorts, thick with phlegm. Names, names. Who are you? Who are you? His head does a slight twitch every time he repeats himself. Names, dangerous, dangerous. He glances at the ground and stirs the dirt with his foot. Dangerous? Knowing a name or being stuck with one both's a mess of trouble. He looks back up at you. My name's a given name, not one asked for. Reekwind. Once again, you become conscious of his reeking breath and the smell of urine and feces that surrounds him. A given name, a given name. An appropriate name. Not my true name, true name. Reekwind mumbles on, his head twitching every time he says name. A true name's a dangerous thing, gives others power. He stares at you with his huge eyes and wags his finger. Keep your name secret, keep it close, never let it out. What do you mean? Names are like smells, things can track you with them. Reekwind coughs, his eyes almost popping out of his skull as he does so. His cough seems to loosen his bowels, for he breaks wind loudly, as if to accentuate his point. If someone knows a true name, it gives them power. He licks his lips. The power to hurt. I don't know my true name.
My journal.
Reekwind's eyes widen. Seeing his eyeballs bulge even larger makes you uneasy. Then you are blessed! Blessed! Remain nameless, and you shall be as a spirit on the plains, untraceable, untrackable, unseen, undiscovered. He smacks his gums wetly. A name chosen, a name given, it allows others to find you and hurt you. Have you been hurt? Reekwind gives a twitching nod, then scratches himself. Let my name slip once, only once. His eyes film over as if the memory is painful, then glances at you uneasily. Tell you the story I will, but 3 coppers must I see. His face splits into a smile as he says the word coppers, and his reeking breath hits you like a hammer. Do I really want this story? Oh, fuck it, I guess, whatever. Here you go. Reekwind gets into a stance, looks left, looks right, then faces you. His face clenches, then with a grunt, he breaks wind again. The smell nearly levels you, but he takes no notice. Cursed I walked the wards in splendor. He stands up stiffly, nose high in the air. He saunters back and forth, nodding to invisible passers-by. Oh boy. Alright. Fucking in for it. Reekwind freezes, his arms akimbo. Crossed paths with a crossed one. Had the looking of a pumpkin, his seeds. Curses. Reekwind then thrusts his belly out so as to appear fat, slicks back his hair with his filthy palm so he looks almost bald, then begins drumming his fingers on his fat belly. He walks about circling the spot where his stuffy upper-class persona used to be. All a jumble with curses this one was. With a sneer and a careless gesture, Reekwind tosses an invisible curse at the stuffy persona. Knew my name, let it slip I had all it took it all. He stiffens up again, inhaling deeply and resuming his upper-class persona. The persona suddenly crumples, and Reekwind breaks wind violently, then exhales, filling the air with his foul, reeking breath. Cursed with stenches, smells, excrement, came here to tell tales, all good for now. Now Reekwind is the name, given name. I see. I had some other questions. Questions. Reekwind hunches over, regarding you warily with his huge eyes. Answers. I'm missing a journal. Have you seen one? Reekwind breaks wind, then scratches his arm. He thinks for a moment, then shakes his head. No journal have I seen. Alright, fuck this. I'm leaving. I don't want to talk to this guy anymore. That's kind of upsetting. Iron nails? This broad-shouldered woman is shuffling about amongst the huge beams lying on the street. She kicks at the beams with iron-shod boots. Every once in a while, she bends down and wrenches a nail from one of the boards with her bare hands. She holds each one up, appraising it, then drops it into a leather sling bag. Aye. She straightens up, hearing your approach. She's smiling politely, but from her stance and the way her hand rests close to the hilt of her weapon, you can tell she's ready for trouble. You notice one of her eyes has a milky film over it. That's close enough there, Cutter. What do you need from me? I had some questions. She nods. Ask away, then. Who are you? She pulls 3 nails from her sling bag, tossing them, spinning into the air, catching them with her palm. Iron nails, they call me. She drops them back into the bag with a muffled clink. Why are you collecting the nails? I sell them to a man named Hamrus in the lower ward, maker of coffins he is. Tell me more of this Hamrus. There's not much to say. He's a bit chatty. He'll rattle his bone box till you bar me if you let him. But a fair bargainer. He needs the nails, I need the jink, and that's about as far as it goes. Where's the lower ward? I used to know the way I did, but the Darbus have changed the streets round again. Don't know how I'll get there now. I'll need to chart a new path, but I figure the Darbus will straighten things out eventually. Does anyone else here scavenge nails? She grins and shakes her head. No one was clever enough or had the will to do it before me, and I've shoved off anyone who's tried to jump me claim since then. Since. She pats the long-bladed dagger hanging at her side lovingly. Your claim. Aye, that's what I call it. Honest labor's hard to come by in the hive, and I'm not about to let some sudden piker peel me of my work. I have sent more on one Burke running, howling, holding their guts in, or off with the collectors if they are unlucky. Her dead eye gleams maliciously. The hive knows this spot as iron nails, it does. I had other questions. Can you tell me about this place? Look, Cutter, I've got a lot of work to do. The nails aren't finding me way into the bag while I'm spitting chant with you. Why don't you pick another way at Cutter's brain box about that for a time? Okay, then. I'm looking for a journal I've lost. Have you seen one? Nay, I have not. She pauses a moment. You know, that's a good idea, it is. A journal. Maybe I should start one of my own. Yes, it is. It's amazing how much one can forget. A journal can help you hold on to your memories. She mulls over what you've said. You're right. You're right indeed, Cutter. I'll do it. I'll thank you for the idea. She smiles. It's nothing. Farewell. Fare you well too then, Cutter. Well, she didn't try to, like, kill us, so I guess that's a improvement on some of the other conversations we've had around here. You see a dustman in long black robes and a pale face. Unlike the dustman you saw in the mortuary, however, this man looks confused and is glancing about, as if looking for something. When he spots you, he raises his hand to attract your attention. Hi? The man seems relieved that you are speaking to him. He bows slightly. Thank you for hearing me, traveler. I am known as Ashmantle, one of the Dustman sect. I was wondering if you could direct me. I don't know the area very well, and I'm looking for a certain establishment, a bar that those of my sect frequent. Do you know of such a place? I do, in fact. Sect? You're a Dustman, don't you mean faction? Yeah, might as well. A sect? You're a Dustman, don't you mean faction? The Dustman nods. Well, yes, faction. I meant faction. Sect, faction. They're much the same thing, really. Do you happen to know of this bar that my faction frequents? That's weird. That's a weird piece of dialogue. Is he really a Dustman? I've heard of it. I'd be willing to help you if you'll answer some questions for me. He nods. Your request is reasonable. Tell me where I might find the Gathering Dust Bar, and I will be happy to answer any of your questions. It's by the mortuary. Orient yourself by the mortuary, front gate, then walk directly southwest. You can't miss it. The Dustman smiles. Thank you very much, traveler. I appreciate your kindness. The people of the Hive are really helpful in such matters. Tell me about it. Say, can I ask you some questions? What questions do you have? I'm looking for a missing journal. Do you know where I might find one? I do not know where you might find such a thing. I mourn its loss. Really? I thought the Dustman didn't value possessions. The man shrugs slightly. I'm not without sympathy for your loss. There are many things of value in one's life. You have unusual views for a Dustman. The man blinks. Well, I am not a common Dustman. I'm gathering that. Who are you? The man nods a little uncomfortably. Why, I am Ashmantle, one of the Ninth Circle. Ninth Circle? There is no such thing. He suddenly tenses up. I don't have time to debate the practices and rankings of the Dustman sect with you, so if you excuse me. Grab his hand. Your hand snaps out and wraps around his wrist in a crushing grip. You see his Dustman facade crumple, and he snarls as he tries to tear away from your grip. Unhand me, dog, or I'll call the guards! Guards? Go ahead and call them. I'm sure there's plenty around here. Pah! He looks more irritated than anything else. What gave me away? Your ignorance on some of the common Dustman philosophies. You should do some research before trying to run a con on someone smarter than you. Now, I had some questions for you. What's your questions, then? What are you doing in that Dustman getup? He shrugs. Nobody suspects a Dustman. He gives a hollow chuckle. Can make a nice bit of jink before anyone catches onto the peel. Interesting. I have some other questions. I'm looking for a journal. The man frowns. So? You think I've seen something like that? I only deal in jink bark. Never gonna find that fucking journal. Give me everything you have or I'll kill you. Truth or bluff. I mean, you know, he's just an honest thief. I don't want to like murder him. I guess I could rob him with a bluff. Get out of here. I see you around again, I'll gut you. He nods. Agreed. We'll never cross paths again. Find another job elsewhere. Very well, now go. Man, I didn't even get any experience for that. This old woman stands silently by the wall, staring off into the distance. She seems to be unconcerned with the flow of traffic around her, and clutches a wooden pole from which dozens of small fish are dangling. Oh, lo, sir. She squints at you for a moment, trying to discern your identity. Oh my, here I was thinking you're one of my regular customers. She proffers her fish pole. Tuna, sir? Mackerel? Sea cucumber? No fish, thanks. I had some questions. Her mouth presses down to a tight-lipped frown, and she stares off over your shoulder. Look behind you, see what she's staring at. You can see nothing of interest behind you. As you turn back to her, you catch her looking at you. She looks away quickly, resuming her staring off into the distance once more. What, do I look familiar to you? Goodness no. She pauses for a moment. Ah, you do. Have you seen me before then? I think you're a man with your very likeness, sir. 'Twas so long ago. Tell me. Well, yes, you see, my sight's not so good now. 'Twasn't back then, either, but thought I saw you walking past with a small group trailing behind you. What these people look like? It's hard to say, sir. It was so long ago, and you walked by so quick-like, but I remember now the way you held your head up. There was a woman following you, trying to stop you, to get you to turn around, speak to her, but you pushed her away. What happened then? Beautiful woman she was, looked so sad, so angry all at once. She stood there for a moment, then followed along behind you just the same, hustling to catch up. You said there was a group? Who else was there? She shrugs. There was at least 2 other gentlemen with you, sir. The only one I remember too clearly, though, was tall, thin, reeked of bub, and he did. I smelled him from across the way. Looked like he hadn't bathed in ages, too. He followed you close, he did, and never said a word. Acted like the woman wasn't even there, even when she bumped against him, trying to stop you. That's all I remember, sir. Oh, sure, fine. She helped me. Have a copper or whatever. Oh, my. Why, thank you, sir, most kindly. May the ladies shall pass over you. Thanks. Farewell. I'm not certain that was actually all that helpful, but, you know. She actually just offered information. She just talked to us like a regular person. I guess that isn't necessarily a thing you should want to pay people for. Like, that's not necessarily the best precedent, but... Hey, look, it's a gift. This man slowly turns as you approach. His eyes are like 2 black stones. They briefly flicker over your frame, then he locks gazes with you. Although this man looks humanoid, he has a yellow cast to his skin and gaunt features. He has a thin, angular frame. His limbs look like they're made of nothing but strings of muscle knotted around bone. His clothing is a curious blend of sharp colors and dull, mud-stained browns. The man remains silent. He does not acknowledge your greeting, merely stares at you. I had some questions. Give it up, Chief. Talking to a Gith is like trying to make good with a razor vine. Let's go. Gith? Yeah, Gith. Mort glances at the Gith who is still staring at you. We'll talk about it some other time. Okay, fine, whatever. This monument looks similar to the one outside the mortuary. There are no identifying marks on it either. This thing is weird. I don't know what it is. This whole place is weird. Man, okay, whatever. I guess that's the episode. I just ran around to talk to people. There's so many NPCs in this game. It's actually insane. Like, the density of unique dialogue, and, like, so much of this doesn't seem like it... Like, it's just detail. Like, it doesn't actually... Like, there's stuff that's led into, like, you know, like, little quests you can do and things. And there's, like, interesting information you can pick up on and, like, stuff that might be relevant to what's going on. But... it's actually insane. I'm having a really hard time thinking of another game that just had this much dialogue, just random, here's tons of people you can talk to with just unique things to say. I don't think, it might be the most I've ever seen. I really believe that. It's pretty crazy. And it's all, like, pretty interesting. Okay, well, whatever. That's it. One day I'll make some kind of progress. That's fine. Next time. Alright, see you then. Oh man, I'm gonna be playing this forever!